Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about Lonzo Ball and his new signature shoe. So basically, all right, I tried to become a sneakerhead. I like sneakers, and I really like the idea of sneakers kind of being a fashion statement. And I had seen some sneakers that I liked, and then when I started looking down at all the sneakers that different people were wearing, I'm like, oh, I like those, and I like those, and I like those, right? And the more I started, and then when I started to go and look for the sneakers I wanted, I realized there is a huge market in sneakers, right? It's a massive industry, and and so then as soon as I understood that it was a distinct industry and that in order to get the sneakers you wanted, you needed to do a few things, carefully. Sneakers are their own culture, right? So, like, I know Magic the Gathering, right? Like Magic the Gathering it's a specific collectible card game. I know what a Mox Emerald looks like. I can tell a real one from a fake one. I know how to trade cards and sell cards in Magic the Gathering. It's its own culture, right? So when I realized that I wanted to start to get multiple sets of sneakers, I started to study that industry and to study what sneakerheads do to get sneakers, right? And it was a failure. My attempt was a failure. So the reason why is, one, a nice new pair of shoes that is the hotness on the street right now. You would think that $100, $150. No, it's $200 to $600 for a really fresh, hot pair of sneakers that are brand new, your size, in the box. That's going to run you $200 to $600, right? Now, there are actually a few shoes that I would do that for, that I would pay maybe $200 for, because I like them so much. And I actually started to go down that road, right? But actually, I ran into a wall because some of the shoes that I really wanted, some of the sneakers I really wanted, were older, and I was shocked what older sneakers cost, right? One of the things I learned was that many sneakerheads will buy a pair of sneakers, wear them once, and then resell them, right? Resold shoes are often selling for 50 or 75% of the retail, which I was like, that's crazy, right? So, and I'm sorry, here's the second part. So price was prohibitive for me, and then also what was prohibitive for me was I'm a size 11, okay? Size 11 is like bog standard shoe size for men. And so it is like the shoe size that is absolutely needed the most, which means that always when I would go and I would find any kind of a discount or a sale price, it'd be on these super weird sizes, never in my size. The shoes I wanted in my size were constantly getting sniped by people who were going to resell them before they were even worn once, right? And then in addition to that, even in the used market, the size I am is the absolute most in demand, right? And so and like one of the things, so I was like, okay, if I can find the shoe I want for $200, maybe I'll get it. But I tried 2 or 3 times and I was outbid or not able to get to the store in time to get 3 different pairs of brand new shoes I tried to buy for $200, okay? And I'm like, I just don't have time to do this chasing. If I have $200 in cash and I can't get this product, that's a huge problem, right? Then the other thing is I was like, okay, let me try the used shoe market. Now for used shoes, used sneakers that have already been worn once, 2, maybe 10 times, by somebody who used them light, I was ready to pay $20 or $30 for used shoes, right? But I found that used hot shoes, even, up to 5 years old, some of them, were $50, $75, up to $150 for used shoes. And I was like, that's it. I'm out. As you can tell, there's a little bit of sadness there because I really saw a future as Scott Garibay as a sneakerhead. I had my whole colorways all planned out, which models I wanted, the whole nine. But that is a future that does not exist for Scott Garibay, right? Now, because I actually went down this road and I researched being a sneakerhead, and I had a failed attempt to be a sneakerhead, Lonzo Ball's new shoe came up in my news feed, and I read about it, okay? So Lonzo Ball is a UCLA college basketball player. He has never played a day in the professional leagues, and he is expected to be like the new LeBron James. He's supposed to be an amazing player, and what happened was he was so good that he went out and he said to Nike, Adidas, Reebok, all the big dogs, right, and said, okay, I'm coming into the pros, but I want a sneaker deal before I go into the pros. Now, this is unheard of, right? Nobody's ever done that. And that's why I'm doing this video today. A lot of people complain when big business makes the wrong decision, right? But actually, so Lonzo Ball has his own signature shoe now, but not on a label anybody knows, right? It's not Reebok, it's not Adidas, it's not Nikes, it's not, it's none of the big players, right? It's none of the big sneaker companies. So they all saw the situation and they said, no, we're not doing this, right? We're not giving a signature sneaker deal to a player who's never bounced a ball in the professional league, right? And I think that's smart. I think that's really smart. And so I just want to say, Pepsi just got raked over the coals recently for doing a bad ad campaign, but you don't really see a lot of coverage when an industry makes the right decision. And I think the industry made the right decision not to create Lonzo Ball's shoe. Now, I also think that Lonzo Ball had every right to go ahead and make that shoe on his own with some jank company that nobody knows the name of, right? And, so I'm all for that. He's trying to sell his brand. He's trying to do something right. Now, I think there's a lot of problems with him launching his own signature shoe line before he's dribbled a single ball in the pro league, right? But, this is America, and that's the awesome thing about America is you can try to do what you want to do, right? So I respect the game that he's got going. I have some distinct issues with what he's attempted to do, but I like the moxie, and honestly, I think exactly what should have happened. The big guys goes, there's, Nike's like, there's no way we're gonna have some, college student with a signature shoe, and Adidas and Reebok backed them up, and I think that's the way it should be. That is really cool. I think that's really cool that big business did the right thing in here, and in a world where everybody's crying out when big businesses do the wrong thing, I just wanted to take a moment to say, sneaker companies, sneaker execs, you guys made the right decision, and I think that's cool. And if you have Lonzo's new shoes, let me know how they look pretty hot, but let me know what you think and how they are. Take care, everybody.